Namaskar. Welcome in this lecture series on ERP systems. Today we will discuss about ERP technologies. There are several ERP technologies, but we will discuss only in this lecture only business process reengineering, that is BPR. These are the learning objectives and learning outcomes of this lecture. Through this lecture, you will have a general introduction and overview about the ERP related technologies. Especially, we will discuss about the business process reengineering. After the completion of this lecture, you will be able to understand the insights of the one of the ERP technology, that is business process reengineering. These are some points to be discussed during this lecture. Introduction to ERP related technologies. As I said earlier, that there are several several technologies related to the ERP as a tool. Secondly, we will discuss about or specifically, we will discuss about the BPR in this lecture. Then we will discuss about the benefits. So, we will define the ERP, we will understand, uh, we will try to understand the definition of BPR, the process of BPR, and what are the uh, how and the working of the BPR in this lecture. And finally, we will discuss about the benefits of BPR. So, ERP system serves an important function by integrating separate business functions: material management, product management, sales, distribution, finance and accounting, and other. As you know, there are several business events or business functions, and ERP uh, will integrate all these functions, business functions, and handle all these business functions into a single application. ERP system having three significant limitations, but uh, it is it's have thousands of advantages. We should know the limitations also. It have some limitations. Majorly, we categorize it in a three uh, category. First is managers cannot generate custom reports or queries without the help from a programmer, or and this inhabits them from obtaining information quickly, which is essential for maintaining a competitive advantages. So, without the help of professional, you cannot generate the reports through the ERP. Okay, manager cannot generate or cannot receive the uh, reports in the desired format from the ERP if there is no programmer available. Secondly, ERP systems provides current status only, such as open orders, and managers often need to look past and current status to find trends and patterns that add in better decision making. So sometimes ERP is not helping in the uh, accessing the record of previous data. It is fully focused on the current status of the orders or decision makers or company. The third uh, limitation of the ERP system, that is, the data in the ERP application are not integrated with other enterprises or division subsystems, and does not include external intelligence. So, in prior to the existing version of the ERP, there are several limitations, and these are many technologies. There are many technologies that help to overcome these limitations nowadays. So, today we are discussing about some technologies associated with ERP system, and the three limitations which I elaborated just now. Uh, these three major problems, or you can say limitations of ERP system, may cover through the adoption of these technologies. So there are many technologies that help to overcome uh, all three limitations which I elaborated. These technologies, when used in conjunction with the ERP package, help in overcoming the limitations of a standalone ERP system and thus help the employee to make better decisions. Employee will take the better decision only if they have not only current status of the company, when they have the previous status or historical data also with them. So these technologies like data mining, data warehousing, data mart, business process reengineering, supply chain management, customer relationship management, there are several technologies associated with ERP system, and they help to eliminate the problems which we discussed recently. So some of the technologies, special technologies or important technologies, we can say the business process reengineering, management information system, decision support system, executive information system, data warehousing, data mining, online analytical processing, supply chain management, and cryptography, electronic fund transfer, internet and extranets. So the GIS, these are some very prominent and important technologies. CRM is also a part of. So these are some technologies enlisted here, which accelerate your business, which accelerate the performance of ERP system. Let us discuss about formal definitions of ERP. The fundamental rethinking and redesigning of business processes to achieve dramatic improvements in critical contemporary measures of performances such as cost, quality, service, and speed. What is reengineering? So there are three words: business, process, and reengineering. Business process, we can say it is a one word, business process. We are talking about business process. And secondly, we are talking about re-engineering. So there are, we can say, although there are three words, but business process, both are related to each other. And we can say there are two words in this abbreviation BPR. So let us talk about re-engineering first. Re-engineering is the fundamental rethinking and redesigning of business process to achieve dramatic improvements in critical contemporary measures of performance such as cost, service, quality, and speed. What is re-engineer? According to many BPR fields, re-engineering should focus on processes and not to be limited to thinking about the organization. And what is business process? A business process is a series of steps designed to produce a product or a service. Having identified and mapped the process, deciding which one need to be re-engineered and in what order. So business process is a series of steps designed to produce a product or a service. So improvement in the business process is called business process re-engineering. BPR can be defined as the search for and implementation of radical changes in business process to achieve advanced improvements in product and services. It defines objective and framework. It identifying customer needs, formulate a redesign plan, and implement the redesign plan. So these are the you can say the this is the process of business process reengineering. First, it defines the objectives and framework. First, you can say the preparation for BPR is important. Second, map and analyze as in processes, means current processes. Then design to be processes, means what what type of changes are required in the uh, next phase. And then implement re-engineered processes, and then improve the process continuously. So first is it defines objectives and framework, then it defines customer needs, formulate a redesign plan, implement the redesign plan. So this is the you can say the business process reengineering. One of the most important principle of business process reengineering is to break away from outdated rules. The procedural changes, the technological support, and the cross-functional collaboration reduce the administrative cost. And there are several elements of arranging. There are elements of business rearranging related. Like first is business process. Do not automate existing business process and always break away from outdated rules. So this is the first step of business process reengineering. Second is objective design, uh, designed to provide a competitive edge to implement market driven strategies. So define the objective. Sec- third step, integration. It integrates all business processes together. Then technology is the next step or next component, you can say. It uses technology to redesign business processes. What is the role of timing in business process reengineering? Timing improves processes continuously. So process improvement is a continuous activity, and time timely updation in the process is a very important thing. So timing is also required here. Cross sectional coordination is also required. It redesigns business processes from the cross functional view. So uh, the definition of rearranging is loaded with a number of important concepts, and it understanding is necessary for successful reengineering or business. Fundamental rethinking means what? As definition said that uh, re-engineering is a fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning of business processes. So we will discuss first that what is fundamental rethinking. The fundamental rethinking calls for questioning everything that is being followed, practiced, and found acceptable for centuries. It requires a vision, an innovation, and an imagination. So, rethinking requires a vision, an innovation, and imagination. So, rethinking is very much required. Rethinking calls for questioning everything that is being followed, practiced, and found acceptable for centuries. Let us discuss about the radical design. The radical design calls for offloading the activity outside the business organization. If it contributes to the cost, and to the customer desired value. It brings with the objective of activity elimination, then improvement, and finally outsourcing. And it just suggests to do what can be done best and rest to be done through outsourcing. The improvement that re-engineering expect to generate is to set a new benchmark. The new benchmark may replace the cost, quality, service, and the speed at which it delivers. When the re-engineering exercise is complete, the organization will never have fewer people, less space, a product or service of excellence, and highest customer satisfaction. The re-engineering exercises will measure the process efficiency and effectiveness of the existing processes and uh, bring on a dramatic improvement in all the performance criteria of business, such as the cost, the quality, the service, and the speed of delivery. So, business re-engineering requires a major change in the mindset. It needs a change of focus from physical aspect to time respect of the time aspect of the business. Instead of orders, processing cycle time is important. Another change would be in measuring the performance of business in terms of customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction would be measured now not by the number of complaints, which in any case should be a few, but how quickly the customer problem is solved and his services expectations are fulfilled. So, what is important in this competitive business environment? There are only two things important. First is effectiveness of the business, and second is the customer satisfaction. So, uh, uh, the seven principles of reengineering are to these are the seven principles of reengineering process. This process, which helps to in the time management, which helps in the to achieve the significant level of improvement in quality and cost. So first principle is to organize around outcomes, not tasks. Secondly, to identify all the processes in an organization and prioritize them in order to redesign urgency. Thirdly, to integrate information processing work into the real work that produces the information. The fourth principle is to target geographically dispersed resources as they are centralized. The fifth principle is to link parallel activities in the workflow instead of just integrating their results. The sixth is to put the decision point where the work is performed and build control into the process. The seventh is to capture information once and at the source. So, by evaluating the principle of BPR, one must note that BPR is not recognizing restructuring, downsizing, automation, or cost cutting, although these results are often part of a well thorough, well planned, and well executed re engineering project. A successful BPR project can be identified with some success factor like proven methodology, compelling business case for change, effective change management, strategic alignment, line ownership, top management sponsorship, rearranging team composition. So these are some important points you should keep in mind when you are doing the business process reengineering. Let us talk about uh, the one another aspect, that business process reengineering is one of the fundamental steps undertaken prior to ERP implementation. When you are going to implement the ERP, before the implementation, you should go through the business process reengineering process. Business process reengineering analyzes and suggests the structural changes. It is important because BPR helps in knowing how the organization should be customized in order to become ERP friendly. Business processes reengineering simply implies eliminating tasks that do not add value to the business process while recognition the value adding tasks. Business process reengineering can also be perceived as a restructuring of redundant, dependent tasks or work order. It involves a rethinking and remodeling process also. For initiating business re-engineering, one is required to make some very basic and fundamental changes in one's conventional thinking. The business is re-engineering through process re-engineering, and the business has a number of processes which together produce the business results. The business process is defined as I defined earlier. I'm defining it here also, that the business process is defined as a set of activities performed across the organization, creating an output of value to the customer, and every process has a customer who may be internal or external to the organization. The basic element of this process is motivation to perform certain activities, and in this process execution, the data is gathered, processed, and stored. The process is executed through the basic steps such as receiving the inputs, measuring the inputs, analyzing the document, and performing processing, recording, accessing, and producing the results and communicating them. So these are some business processes. Receiving the input, measuring the input, analyzing the document, performing processing, recording, assessing data, producing the results, and communicating to the management or to the end user. This is the business common business function processes. Some elements of business processes like there are some elements of business processes like motivation to perform, data gathering, processing, and storing, information processing, checking, validating, and controlling, decision making, and communication. So, the re-engineering approach attempts to eliminate or shorten the steps so that resource consumption is reduced and time of process execution is shortened. Every process is made of a series of activities, and in each activity, some work is done, which produces some results for processing into the next activity. In the process, they collect the information for decision making and then carry out a physical activity of pushing the product or the output using the paper for record or documentation purpose or communication purpose. So the people who manage the business are engaged in a series of work module distributed across the organization. When such work modules are viewed together as a single entity, it is called a business process. A re-engineering opportunity is related to identifying the process and map across the organization. Classify them in the cycle time, information intensity, overheads, decision uh, intensive, and capital intensive. To check, to classify them in the risk intensive or manpower intensive also. Rank them. Secondly, first is classifying them. Secondly, rank them by value to the customer, like cost related value, product value, quality value, and delivery value. So, first to classify them, secondly to rank them. There are, when you classify the process, classify by the uh, customer, there are two types of classification. First is internal classification, second is external classification. Internal classification are the classification which is done by the user of the process or the internal functional people of the organization, but the classification done by the external entity, that is classification done by the buyer only. Some process select processes for reengineering according to the organization need, according to the market need, or according to the business strategy. So there are some steps to start the business process reengineering. Process of BPR is a very important process, and there are involvement of all the essential staff in this process, all the essential staff of the company, like managers are involved, end users are also involved in the BPR. Decision maker module or decision supporting module or level, you can say level, is also involved in this BPR process. Let us discuss the last point, that is the benefits of or advantages of BPR. The implementing an ERP system does not necessarily means redefining an organization's business processes. ERP system can be used to enhance and automate the existing business processes. During ERP implementation, before a business process can be re-engineered, excellent understanding of the defective process is key. That is why it is important to first carry out a critical and objective business process definition and analyze before system design. For the business process re-engineering to be successful, ERP implementation and the buy-in of the end user must be achieved. As a matter of fact, setting up of an in-house restructuring team will help to uh, fasten users' conviction within the organization. The member of the team should cut across all process owners. These are some benefits of or advantages, you can say, of BPR. When we talk about benefits of BPR, the first benefit is business process is streamlined. The second benefit is business process is optimized and more efficient. Thirdly, Strict control can be enforced and monitored. When we talk about fourth benefit, best practices can be adopted by the system. It is time and cost saving as a result of eliminating redundant tasks. So there are several advantages of BPR. It helps in integrating the various business processes of the organization. Secondly, with good ERP package, the organization will be able to achieve dramatic improvements in areas such as cost, quality, speed, etc. Hence, many BPR initiatives are used in BPR implementation. So, these are some benefits of BPR. Today, we have discussed about uh, the technologies associated with the ERP system. To improve the performance of ERP system, there are several IT technologies. Today we had discussed about the one of the technology that is one of the important technology, that is business process reengineering. We have discussed about the definition, overview. We had discussed about the working of BPR, the components of BPR, and several terms associated with the BPR. And finally, we had a discussion on the benefits of BPR, or you can say various advantages of BPR. So that's all from for today, and this is a time for assessment. There are some questions like dash is the first phase in BPR. Option A is begin organizational changes, identifying BPR opportunities, re-engineering the process, or blueprint the new business system. So the right answer is A, begin organizational change. In the second question, during the dash session, the re-engineering must also consider new technologies. A is planning, B is implementing, C is brainstorming, and D is training. The right answer is C, brainstorming. The re-engineering team must consider dash in the redesign of a process. The four options are A, all resources, B, all process stakeholders, C, existing system, and D, legacy system. The answer is B. The re-engineering team must consider all process stakeholders in the redesign of a business, of a process. In the next question, dash is a key issue in the formation of a strategy plan in companies. A. Computerized. B. Quantity. C. Quality. And D. Flexibility. The right answer is D. Flexibility. The business information has dash fundamental characteristics. Option A is 1, option B is 2, option 3 is 3, option D is many. So the right answer is 3, option C. The main drawback of legacy system is A. Less effectiveness, B. High cost, C. No integration, D. More modules. Right answer is C. No integration. The next question, using system dash system, business can gain effective control over engineering change orders. A. Engineering change control. B. Engineering change order. C. Inventory. D. Production planning. So the right answer is A. Engineering change control. In the case of make to order item, the ERP systems save time by integrating with dash systems. A. Engineering change control. B. Engineering change order. C. CAD and CAM. D. CAD. Right answer is C. CAD and CAM. In order to reduce the lead times, the organization should have an efficient dash system, purchasing system, production planning system, inventory system, or integrated inventory system. So the right answer is D, integrated inventory system. The last question, the dash planning features of most ERP system offer both rough cut and detailed capacity planning. The option is capacity, production, marketing, or test. Right answer is A, capacity. So this is the question answer session. If you have any query, you can consult with these books. These books are easily available in the market, or you can download from the Dalnet or free sites. Thank you.